Hello everybody, in today's video I'm going to be taking you through the last two centers on a ShengShou 8x8. You can see that the other four here are solved, and because there's no center piece on an 8x8 because it's an even layered cube, I have to place the colors correctly. And I know that if white is here and green is here, that orange is here. So I know that I have to put orange on this side. And the way that we're going to do this is what I like to do is I like to build one of these columns first, the third one in on either side, it doesn't matter. And then if I put it on this side, then I'll build the next one right next to it and then the next one right next to that. I prefer to put them on the left side though because I'm right-handed and it's a lot easier for me to move. So it's just faster for me to do it. So the way this works is first we have to decide what we're going to do, orange or blue. And I think that we're going to do orange because I can see that this one only needs one piece and then this bar is already done. And I know that orange has to go here, so that's perfect for me. So here is where I'm going to be placing things. I'm going to be placing them on the left. And once I go 1, 2, 3, then I'm going to start here and go 1, 2, 3. This is our building layer. And whatever layers aren't filled up with finished bars, those layers we can also use to build as well. So I'm going to move this piece into here. I'm going to turn it, I'm going to hide it, and then put it back. Oh, put it back this way. There we go. So now you can see that we've got one bar built here. And because we've already got this one, I can just put that in right away. Now I want to build this bar. And I can see that this one here is pretty much done already, so I will take that one out. And what do I need on it? I need these two pieces. And there's two of them right there. So I can actually move this, and I can hide those two. Bring this back, and build the bar. Now we can put it in this side. Now I want to build this one right here, and I can see that it's mostly built already, so I'll take it out. And now I'm looking for this piece, which is the third up on the right, and here's one here, so we can match it up. And we're also looking for this piece. And the only one left is this one, so we're going to have to cycle this around. We saw this on the 9x9 as well. So this one can go here, and then bring it back, and now we can position it in this correct spot right there by turning it there, hiding it, and replacing it. Now it's just a matter of placing the side in. Now there might be some complications to do with these two because we can no longer put in these kind of pieces here. And I can see that we're going to run into them because let's build this one here. So on this one, we can see that I cannot place this piece, which is actually right here. I can't place that piece because no matter how I try to move it around, the piece will not go into this location because it's already filled up. So we're going to have to sacrifice that and commutate it later. But I can do this piece right here, and that piece is actually right down here. So again, we can't line it up yet, so we're going to have to bring it up, put it back. Now, when I bring this up, it's matched up. I'm actually just going to bring this bar in with it already because we already have this line up, because there's no point in keeping it up because we can't put that piece in. So let's just bring it down. Now I'm going to ignore this piece and I'm going to start looking for how to build this side. Okay, now this one we can have some complications. You'll remember on the 9x9 there was a centerpiece, and we could always get the centerpiece in if we only have one slot because we can just put it here in the middle, hide it, flip it over, and bring it back. But we can't do that here because we don't have this. But I'll teach you another trick. What we can do is we want to get this corner in, so I know the corner needs to go here, so we'll put it there, hide it, put this here, and bring it back. Now these two pieces here belong in this location, but we can't put them there, can we? So what we're going to do is put one of them across from this. So we hide it. We can turn it either way because one of them is across or one of them is across, and bring it back. And we can get at least one in, because what we can do, similar to the 9x9, is we can treat these two middle layers like one layer. Okay, and we can hide it. Then we can turn it around and bring this back. And that's as far as we can go. So you can always get one piece there. This is the best case, well, I guess, no, this is the worst case scenario, sorry, is having, after we place this in, the worst case scenario, for the most part, is having two of these. It's having one here and one there that you can't put in. You can always, without using a commutator, get at least this far, having one out of each. Best case scenario is that you finish without having to commutate, and the second best scenario would be that you only have one piece to commutate, but that's not the case here. So we're going to commutate them. We're going to commutate this one first, and this is the piece that belongs here. So we're going to bring this down, finishing this line. So that creates our bar. Now we're going to move that bar into a different line, and we're going to hide it so it's safe. Now we're going to move this one back. We're going to bring this back up. Now we're going to move this one back, and now we're going to bring back the one that we've hidden. And now we've only got one piece. So when I commutate, I like to have them in the up layer. I don't like them to have them over here. You can, I mean, you can have it down here and then commutate down. I'll show you that exactly because I didn't show this on the 9x9 one. So we can do this and bring it down, creating our bar. We can turn it, get this fixed bar hidden. Now we turn this back, bring up the one. Now we can turn this back and bring up that one. And you have fixed your edges, or sorry, your centers, your last two centers. Here's an example that I didn't come across actually that I do want to show you. You know how we did the last layer and we only had one piece? I said treat this middle as a whole piece, and then we can move it back, turn it around, bring it back like we did on the 9x9. Well, the same thing here. If you find yourself stuck and you've got, you know, if this is your last piece because you've just happened to do this one first, and you're thinking, well, how can we put this in? Well, if these two middle pieces are together and these are all together, you can just hide the bar you're trying to create, move this opposite of it, and now you can see that if you treat this like a single bar, you can do that move that we do to put in middle pieces. Hide it, turn it around, bring it back. And now it's done. You didn't have to commutate anything, and then just put it in. All right, guys, so that's how you do the centers on the 8x8. Just make sure you get your color scheme correct, or obviously you won't be doing a 3x3 very well. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on my next video.
It's seen all the trouble.